Hello, friends. Good evening. So, today is the lecture 4 of the DAA series. So, today, what we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss about the greedy algorithms and what is the US whenever you are going for the greedy algorithm analysis, how you are going to be work with this particular algorithm and what are the techniques are involved whenever we are working with the greedy algorithms. So let's start. So first of all, this is a simple intuitive algorithm which is used in optimization problems. Okay. So whenever the concept of greedy algorithm comes, you have to understand this is worked for the optimization problems. I will tell you what is the optimization problem and how this greedy algorithm will be acts as an intuitive algorithm whenever we are trying to solve the optimization problem. Okay. So first of all, here it will be works like how it will be works. So this is basically suitable for the problems where solution is found through sequence of partial solutions. Okay. So basically where this algorithm will be used. Okay. So basically sequence of partial solutions. In case of sequence of partial solutions, we use this kind of problems like optimization problem. So moves towards solution step by step. So solution step by step means whenever you are going to be solve the particular problem, you have to solve it by the help of step by step approach. Then at each step we find the partial solution and try to extend the solution in the next step. Okay. In each step, we have to work over the particular partial solution because here in this approach, what we have to use, we are using the sequence of partial solution. That is what we are using through the step by step manner. Okay, that is what we find the partial solution and try to extend the solution in next step. So in the next step, we try to extend the particular solution. So ultimately, partial solution should lead to feasible solution, which is also optimal. So what is the role of optimization problem here? Basically, here ultimate goal of this particular algorithm is we have to lead to feasible solution. Okay, and that should be the optimal solution. Okay, so that is the main goal of optimization problem, or you can tell the greedy algorithms. So now we'll see how it will be exactly working. So at each step, most optimal option available at that moment is selected as the next step. That means what? Whenever you finish the task, okay. So at the end of the task itself, you can understand the optimal option. Okay, that is what it is written here. At each step, most optimal option available at that moment is selected as a next step. Whenever we are selecting for this one as a next step, that time itself we can identify with optimal option. So next one is no consideration of previous steps chosen. Okay, because each step itself we are getting the optimal one. So that we are not considering here the previous steps. Okay, so it does not worry if current best solution for a next step leads to the overall optimal solution or not. So in this algorithm, basically, we are not bothering about the previous steps. So here what? If current solutions for a next step leads to the overall optimal solution or not. We don't care about the next step what happened, whether the optimal solution will be work for this particular steps or not. Okay, because at the end of the particular step itself, we are getting the optimal chosen solution. Okay, chosen option. So for that, we are not like both the steps are not depend upon each other. Okay, then algorithm never reverses earlier decision even if choice is wrong. So even your choice is wrong, you cannot reverse the decision. Okay, that means once the algorithm chosen with the particular step find the optimal solution means that should be final decision. Okay, so you can't reverse once the decision taken, we can change the decision. So works in a top down approach. This is very important. Whenever we are going with the greedy algorithm always follows the top down approach. So this is the basic concept how we are going to be work with the greedy algorithm. So here first what you understand here basically what this will be a simple intuitive algorithm where it is used in what na optimization problem. Okay, optimization problem means what? We are working for the sequence of partial solutions, and that should be step by step, and it will be worked for the partial solution and try to extend. And basically, at each step, we are getting the most optimal option. Okay, and the previous steps does not impact for the next step. Okay, and main important thing is what? The algorithm here never reverses. Okay, that is the main concern. And how the greedy algorithm works, it works through the top down approach. This is very very important. Mostly in NET exam we find like a greedy algorithm follows which approach. This is very very important. That is top down approach. Okay, so now we'll move with the next part. So here you can see what is the advantages and drawbacks. Now we understood how the greedy algorithm work with the optimization problem. So now we will be understand how greedy approach is having the advantages and what are the drawbacks of the particular approach. So first of all, the main advantages of greedy approach is it is easy to describe and perform better. Okay, but it is not suitable for all the cases. This is very important. But the main advantages is that it will be very easy to describe, okay, and perform better. And what is the drawbacks here? Does not always produce the optimal solution, because in initial step itself we are understanding with the what is the final or what is the optimal solution. But the drawbacks of this is always it will not produce the optimal solution. So you can easily understand from this example. You can see find the longest route maximum from the root to leaf. So here the root is there, then from the leaf. First of all, you see greedy approach. If we are applying, then what we have to do? 20 plus 3 plus 1. Okay. So that is what? That is, I told you can't able to be next step you are not approaching. So that what you have to do? Find the longest route we are finding here. That means which one is the work over the longest one. So this one only 20 plus 3 plus 1 24, but actual maximum is what? 20 plus 2 plus 10. Here you can see easily 20 plus 2 plus 10 if you are seeing with this. So actual maximum is what? 32. But a greedy approach is what? 20 plus 3 plus 1. Okay. So if you will be solved like this one example, you can easily understand how the greedy approach works and how the actual maximum distance is there if you are choosing with the greedy approach. So next one is fractional knapsack problem. Okay. I hope you clear with the greedy approach. So this is one of the example of the greedy approach. So first of all, what we have to do here, fractional knapsack problem. Okay, knapsack means basically bag problem. Okay, so it is written here. You can see knapsack is bag. So n items 1 to n. So how many items are there? 1 to n items are there. So here the value will be there and what is the weight. Okay, that means whenever you are filling the bag. So here the value and the weight. Okay, what is the weight and what is the value. So and next one is very important. It will be denotes with the capacity of bag, that is weight. Okay, what is the capacity? Like how much things we can able to keep inside the particular bag. So fractional knapsack is we can break the items for maximizing the total value of bag. So how the fractional knapsack will be work? We can break the items. Whatever the item will be there, we can break for maximizing the total value of bag, because we have to get the maximum profit. Okay. So that in the way we will be break the items, that will be raised with the maximizing of total value of the particular bag. So now the condition is WB less than equal to W, that is your capacity. So now we'll see idea is to maximize the value of the bag. So here you have to maximize the bag. This is what W is means weight of bag less than equal to weight is equals to capacity. Weight of bag weight, how much bag weight? That should be less than equal to W, that is capacity. What is the capacity to carry the things? Okay, so that you have to check it out. So here idea is maximize the value of the bag because we have to maximize. So now you can see B1, W1, B2, W2, Bn, W1. Okay, so the value is there given. Then F1, F2, Fn. So here the formula will be always goes with W of B because already given the formula W weight of bag less than equal to W. That is what weight of bag is equal to summation of N, function of N, W, N. Then V of B, value of a bag is summation of N, function, then f of n, b of n. That means how much value is there. Okay, so this formula is very important because at the end we have to sum up and to have the maximize the value of the particular bag. That is what weight of bag always goes with the summation of n, f of n, and w of n. W of n is what? Weight. Okay, then again a b of b, value of bag is equal to summation of n, f of n, okay, and again v n. Okay, so like this you have to understand this concept. So next one is we'll move with in greedy approach we calculate the ratio of profit or weight and accordingly we will select the item. So first of all, whenever we are working with the greedy approach, we have to calculate the ratio of the profit or weight, whatever the ratio of the profit or weight of the particular bag, and accordingly what we have to do, we need to select the item. Okay, so based on the profit and or weight we have to choose it. Then the item with the highest ratio would be selected first. Then only we can able to be select the highest ratio would be selected because what we are doing maximize the capacity. This is the constraint of the knapsack problem. Okay, idea is to maximize the value of the bag. That is what whenever we are moving with this, we have to check the item with the highest ratio would be selected first. So what is the approaches? There are basically three approaches to solve the problem. Whenever we are moving to solve the problem, we have to follow this particular approaches. First one is to select the item based on the maximum profit. We have to select the item based on the maximum profit. What is the maximum profit? Based on that, we have to select the item. Okay, so that we will get the maximum profit. The next approach is to select the item based on the minimum weight. Okay, first one is maximum profit. Next one is minimum weight because we have to check with the capacity as well. Third approach is to calculate the ratio of profit or weight. Okay, so this three thing is very important. First of all, maximum profit. Next one is minimum weight. Next one is ratio of profit or weight. We need to be calculate. Okay, by the help of this three approach, we have to solve the fractional knapsack problem. Okay. So now you can see one example is given. Here the objects is given 1 to 7. Profit is given based on the objects. So for 1, 5, 2, 10, 3, 15, 4, 7, 5, 8, 6, 9 and 7, 4. Weight is given 1, 3, 5, 4, 1, 3, 2 and weight of the knapsack. Okay. So here the bag maximum capacity is given as 15. So N is the number of items. So number of items is given as 7. Okay. So next you see here first approach is what we have to choose. Already I mentioned here. This is the first approach is to select the item based on the maximum profit. Okay. So now you see which item is having the maximum profit. Okay. So from this you will be see what is the maximum profit. So based on that, first object 3. Object 3 is maximum profit 15. Okay. Given. So weight is 5. Next maximum profit is object 2. The profit is 10. So you have to check with this what is the maximum object is given and what is the profit. Okay, now you see profit is given as object is 2, profit is 10, weight is 3. Okay, so next one is next here you see next object is 6. 6 is next maximum. Okay, that is 9. Then weight for that weight is 9, weight is 3. So 3 remaining is 7 minus 3. Okay, that I will tell like remaining weight how it is calculating. Okay, so next one is 5. So in 5 maximum weight is 8. Weight is given what? Weight for the 8 is 1. Okay, the next one maximum weight is profit is 7. For this profit 7, weight is 4. Okay, 4 means it will be moved with the 7 into 3 by 4. Okay, because here 7, 4. So 3 by 4, 5.25. So weight will be here. Weight is given for what? 7. Weight is weight is 1. Okay. Here itself it is mentioned. Weight is 1. Okay. Sorry. Here weight is 3 for the 7. I told you for the 5. Sorry. So next one. 1. So now you see remaining. How to calculate the remaining? Remaining means what is the profit? Weight 15 minus 5, 10. So 10 minus 3, 7. 9. Here 3. So 7 minus 3. 7 is why 7. So you have to see the remaining because here what na? From this 15 minus 5, 10, 10 minus 3, 7, 7 minus 3, 4, 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 3, 0. So now the bag is filled. So the profit would be, you have to just sum up, okay, based on the formula. So the output is 47.25. Okay. So next approach, 3 approach, we have to do. Second approach is to select the item based on the minimum weight. So minimum weight means, you see, so object with minimum weight. Minimum weight is what? Object first one. Okay, object 1, minimum weight is 1. So we have to choose that one. That is what? 1, 5, weight 1. So next one is 5. Okay, 5 also 1. So that 5. So next one is 7. 7 you see, 7 weight is 2. So 7. 2, next is second one. Second one is weight is 3. Okay, so second weight is 3. The next one is what? Yeah, 6. 6 weight is 3. So again, 6 weight is 3. Then next one is 4. 4 weight is 4 weight is 4. So 3. 3 weight is 3. Object 3. Weight is 5. Yeah, correct. Okay. 3. So weight is 1. So at last what remaining weight we have to calculate. Again we have to minus 15 minus 1 14, 14 minus 1 13, 13 minus 2 11, 11 minus 3 8, 8 minus 3 5, 5 minus 4 1, 1 minus 1 0. Then again we have to do what? We have to just add all the 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 10 plus 9 plus 7 plus 3. So total is 46. Okay, these are all profit you have to just add on. Next, the third approach. Third approach is what? In the third approach, we will calculate the ratio of profit or weight. Okay, ratio of profit or weight. So ratio, you know how to calculate. So first of all, you see in the third approach, in this case, we first calculate the profit or weight ratio. Object is 1. First object means 1. 5, 1. So ratio is 5. Object 2, 10, 3. Ratio is 3.33. So 15, you just find the range. Okay, 5, 3 ja 3. So 7, 4, 1.7. Object 5 is 8, 1. Okay, so here this is what? This is the ratio profit or weight we are checking. So 3, object is 7, 4 by 2, 2. So we calculated for the third approach. So next, you see object, profit, weight, remaining weight. So first of all, object we got profit, weight, then remaining weight. What is the remaining weight? As we observe in the above table that the remaining weight is 0. So now the weight is 0, which means that the knapsack is full. That means bag is full. We cannot add more objects in the knapsack. So now the bag is filled. We cannot able to be add any objects here. Therefore, the total profit would be equal to 8 plus 5. With all the profit we have to add on 8 plus 5 plus 10, then 15 plus 9 plus 4, that is 51. So that we added all the things and get the maximum profit. Okay. So this is another question is given. You just try it out. If any doubt, I will discuss in the next class. Then we'll move with the then this problem you try it. If not, I will solve it in the next class based on this. Fractional knapsack problem basically use the greedy approach and it is an efficient approach for fractional knapsack problem. At each step are the possible number of item with the highest value or weight. Highest value and weight we have to just add. This will always lead to optimal solution with greedy approach. This will be lead to an optimal solution because in each step it will provide the optimal solution. So basically what we have to remember here, the greedy knapsack solution is big of n log n. Okay, which is the time complexity. So first of all, sort the given array of items according to weight or value in descending order. Start adding the item with the maximum. Okay, first of all, we have to add the item maximum weight and or value ratio. The next, add the whole item if the current weight is less than the capacity. Okay, if the current weight is less than the capacity, else add a portion of the item to the knapsack. Then you have to add the portion of the item to the particular knapsack. So stop when all the items have been considered and the total weight becomes equal. So when you have to stop when all the items have been considered and the total weight becomes equal to the capacity weight of the given knapsack. When up to the capacity level, you have to add the items. Once the capacity is reached to the zero, then you cannot able to be add the item to the bag. So this is about the fractional knapsack problem. So you go through it and try to solve the problem what I solved, and you try to do some different problems. If any doubt, I will be helping. Okay, thank you. So we can wind up here.